Hey everybody, this is Jason from Premier Guitar, and I'm here with Sean from Walden Guitars. And normally we'd be in a huge convention center surrounded by thousands and thousands of people, but we're taking kind of a different approach this year considering the times we are in. And today Sean is going to talk to us about the new B1E Baritone guitar that you heard on the intro. So thank you for taking some time to talk to us, Sean, and tell us a little bit about the instrument we're seeing.
All right. Well, this is a baritone guitar, so it's got a lower register than a standard six-string, and but it's a little bit higher than bass. It's kind of halfway between the two. And usually, the way I describe it to people who haven't actually heard of a baritone before is that normal guitar is here at the 5th fret. If you put a capo here, there's the E, A, D, G, B, E you're used to with familiar chord forms like G, C, A minor, D, right? They're up here, but now you got some extra low register space there. So all the shapes are the same from what we're used to as a guitar player. They just have different names now. You know, like this has always been a G chord. It's a D now. This is an A. This is a B. So for me, as a reader of charts, I just have to write in. I use a red pencil and write in transpositions, but you can get used to it pretty quickly and jam along with your friends and find the key and still play the familiar shapes that you're used to. But it's a little longer, it's a little deeper, and it's got some features that work to make
and one
that
thing
all
I
work.
wanted to, as I'm watching you play, normally when I see people play baritone guitars, they seem to reach a little further with their fretting hand. So tell me a little bit about the scale length of this one and what they've kind of done to help with that long reach.
I'm glad you noticed that. Well, first of all, this is their standard grand auditorium body, so it's just a normal guitar. It fits the way we're used to it fitting, and the scale length is a little bit longer. Standard scale length is 25.5 inches. Some of the older Gibsons are 24 3/4, but 25.5 is pretty normal. This is 27. I've seen 29s out there. The frets get a little too far apart, and it is a reach. But this at 27 seems to be a sweet spot, and they helped accommodate this slightly longer scale length by moving the bridge down into the lower bout, which also helps get some more low end response. Like it fits in a standard case, comes in a regular solid hard shell case. And yeah, it's comfortable. Of course, it is a little longer, it's a little wider, the strings are a little bigger, but they're proportionate. So it's designed with the idea of being, I guess the word's transparent. To a regular guitar player will pick this thing up and like, yeah, that's
They don't want it to necessarily feel like an entirely new instrument. They want it to have the comfort of a normal guitar, but just a lower sound.
Yeah, but it speaks clearly as a baritone because of some of the other features that we'll talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about first of all those sound holes, and then after that I want to hear you kind of demonstrate some of the lower register stuff, because that's really what, if you're interested in baritone guitar, that's really what you're after, you know.
Yeah. Well, you want to be able to play guitar and bass, or at least I do. So you can, you still got that stuff. But all the way up and down, it's got a nice even voice. And yeah, you notice the sound hole is in a different place. That's not a gimmick, although it does look pretty cool. The reason is, again, because of the longer scale length, the lower register, lower frequencies have a longer wave, where high frequencies have a shorter wave. So just as, say, a violin body is, only needs so much wood to resonate those frequencies. Cello needs to be a bit longer, bass even more still. It just needs more wood to push that across. So by having a sound hole here, that's that much less wood vertically that's vibrating. So we moved it over to the side, so we have all of the space here that's moving the low register. And in fact, so putting it over here meant we had the hole had to be a little smaller. So there's a little port over here on the side to assist. We experimented with different placements and sizes and landed on a pretty optimal breathing space right here. And it sounds wonderful. And if you look inside of this hole here, you'll see one of the signature Walden things that you never see on a production line guitar, low mass bracing, where the braces that are stabilizing the top and supporting the string tension, those braces have holes cut in them, strategic little triangle holes. It looks like a bridge trestle or something on the side. So it's very stable, but it has a lower mass, so the strings don't have to work as hard to vibrate the top. So between the low mass bracing in a double X pattern, not a single X like in most, there's an X right here and another one down here, both using, both using the low mass bracing. And also on the neck, behind the solid rosewood fingerboard and bridge, like all Walden guitars have, there are graphite rails reinforcing the neck to keep it nice and stiff, and to help translate more of the sonic energy to the top. So this is doing all the work. There's no damping effect here. It's not going to twist on you. So all these little things, again, they're not gimmicky or they're sales features. They're all decisions that were made to try to make this a good sounding and musically pleasing instrument.
And tell me what kind of wood we have, like on the top and sides and the neck.
Oh yeah, this is of course a solid spruce top and rosewood back and sides. The nice spine detail and wood bindings. Abalone around the rosette, mahogany neck. It's got the tuners are 18:1 ratio. Some of the higher end Walden guitars use the Graphtec ratio tuners, which are very cool. But because of the difference in the string tension, that didn't make any sense on this guitar. 18:1 is a good setup for these. And D'Addario strings. It's got a Fishman Precis Plus T electronics, where you have a notch and a phase, which can help with onstage feedback issues, volume control. And there's, with a notch in the middle, these sliders for cut and boost. There's bass, a selectable contour frequency, treble, and brilliance. And there's a tuner. You can just flip it open right here to get the battery out. There
we go. So these are available now, correct?
They are. Of course, Walden launched the reawakening of the new brand in the middle of a global pandemic. Terrible timing, but no time like the present. People are playing guitars and practicing. I know I am. And on the website there is a dealer tab, and that will always be updated as more and more dealers become available in your area. So, you know what? I didn't demonstrate the amplifier.
Oh yeah, let's hit that.
The amplified sound. So, as I was talking about the Fishman Precis, it sounds like this. This is just a Roland keyboard amp that's on in the room, not on a separate mic or something. So here's the unamplified sound.
Excellent. And what will be the price on this model?
This street's for less than $1,000.
And remind people what's the website they can go to check it out?
WaldenGuitars.com.